to you. Finally. How you doing, buddy?
It's late, isn't it?
You shaved off
No.
the...
Yeah, but I'm starting
Right on
again, or
time.
maybe not.
Did
I
you
don't
shave
know.
it off after the
I did,
election?
yeah.
You did?
I wonder how many votes I lost by waiting for
By being
Easter to
bearded?
shave, you know?
Uh-oh.
Okay, well...
That's something to think about if
Is
you're
that-
planning to run for office. Whether
Shaving?
a beard, yeah,
Well, sort of save you the problem of running then, wouldn't
I
it?
guess. Thanks a lot.
Unless you just want to be brave about it.
So what, now 7 votes.
Mhm.
Ouch.
It's very close, isn't it?
That is so close.
Is it Zeno's frog that half step each time?
Yeah.
Never quite get there?
Now
No,
what
I'll
is
get
what
there.
was it the year before?
64.
Oh, it was 64.
Close. Now you were and Richard Lofton were at Richard's house that night, right?
After,
On
late.
election
yeah.
night. How did you tell us about the candidates night, the night of the election? How do you keep in touch with how the vote's going? You watch Channel
I
3?
waited there at the polls until it was done.
Did you?
Yeah, I went over after the final count was
Right.
in.
So you were right. Were all the candidates there?
No,
No.
no. I got there late. I think a lot of people have gone home.
Right. But I mean at the count.
No, actually, who was there? Sarah was there. I was
Right.
there. Some newspaper people were there.
Right.
I think that was it.
You gonna run again?
Yes,
Good.
I think so.
Well, I think that's a good idea. Everybody should get involved in running for office, don't you think?
No,
Huh?
no. A big field doesn't favor the new guy.
Right. Oh, well, I needed that advice too.
Unless everybody's going to run, then we could just vote at town meeting.
Right.
You know, and whoever gets the biggest vote could be the winner.
Now, were you at town meeting last night? You go to everything, don't you?
No.
You almost do though, Peter.
I have been to more things in the past than I have been to lately,
You
which is
are-
probably why I didn't get elected.
Right. No. You are the most involved person I know this side of Johnny Sunbeam.
No, there
You know?
are others there.
There are.
Yeah?
There are others more involved
Quietly-
than I. Yeah.
Quietly in the background.
As in fact, Jack Gardner made the observation that I should have been more present. you
Right.
know, I should have been more visible.
Interesting. Now, unfortunately, I believe there's a seat opened up on the Concom now, isn't there?
I mentioned my name.
Yeah?
They have, I think, quite a few candidates.
So that's going to be like a by-election for that?
No,
or-
that's an appointment.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they can. I think they have to advertise it. I'm not
Right.
sure exactly how that goes.
Okay.
That's
And
a-
you put your name in for that,
well, I mentioned my name.
right? Would you want to be on the Concom
I'd
again?
be happy to do it again. I'll put my name in this spring also.
Now, what happened? There was a controversial thing with the Concom. A bunch of members got off and a bunch of members got on sort of all at once, right? Wasn't it kind of like the Saturday Night Massacre back
No,
in the Watergate days or something?
Not quite.
No?
No.
Almost?
Not all at once.
No?
No.
But what's the makeup of the Concom now,
I think it's not
Politically.
who's on it.
right?
Well, let's put it this way. Anybody that gets on it reads the bylaw and sort of, I mentioned this to somebody else years ago, they get religion.
Right.
You know, there's a learning curve. And once
Uh-huh.
you realize that the bylaw is the thing and that you have to uphold the bylaw, you
Right.
start upholding the bylaw.
Right.
So everybody sort of falls in line, you know.
Mhm. Now tonight there's a big tree issue coming up, I believe, right?
The willow?
The Article
Not the
51.
Willow yet, but that's another.
The who owns the trees
yeah,
issue?
who owns the trees issue?
Perhaps, yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, I gather there was a bit of a lack of clarity on the issue
Right.
regarding the Coasiatic Street.
Right.
If the town puts the trees on the land and the people agree to it, I should think that would go through time.
Right.
We need trees,
Indeed.
you know,
We got
especially
precious
older
few,
trees.
don't we?
We
Yeah.
don't have any big trees.
Right. So what are you doing now? I mean, after like Bob Dole, you're going to go on vacation.
Get a
and,
facelift, get a tan.
facelift and a tan, and
commercials.
refer to yourself in the third person.
Yeah, no. No, actually I have to go to work, don't I?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, Bookworks.
Yeah.
Starts up soon.
Right. And how are things at Bookworks?
Lovely.
Yeah. I love
What are you
Bookworks.
reading these days?
What am I reading? I have a big stack.
Anything that really stands out?
It's a wonderful book called American Aurora about newspapers in Philadelphia at the time of the Constitutional Convention.
Right.
It's a slog, but boy, people, you think it's bad now. It was vicious.
Was it really?
Ah,
Yeah.
terrible. Fighting and libeling each other. And,
That's what we
you
like
know.
to
We
see,
don't
though.
do
You
that
know.
here, though, do we?
No. Do we need that?
I don't know. Have we? Now I missed town meeting last night. I was there Monday night.
It's very
but
good last night.
Were there any fisticuffs, any kind
No,
of
and
pugilism
Andy
at all
Lowell
going on?
presented his article, 41 it was, I think, that reduced the number of building permits.
Right.
and it went through.
Andy
A lot of
Lowell,
debate, and he made a marvelous plea.
you know, we talked to him at length before town meeting Monday night.
It'll be
and
on tomorrow
It was
night's
about
show.
the most damn sensible thing I ever heard in my life when you heard him
And
talk about it, didn't it?
He presented it beautifully.
Uh-huh. Great. And it's a good idea, right?
I think so. It's interim. We need to slow down.
Right.
You
But
know,
how do you...
we're sort of like a town of people sitting in a vat of boiling water, you know, and
Right.
somebody comes along and offers to turn down the heat, and we complain.
Right.
So, you know, he prevailed. That was good.
How do you get that equilibrium between money and conservation, money and preservation?
It's difficult, and I guess it'll remain to be seen whether this helps the economy or hurts it. I have a feeling the economy is strong enough that we could let it, you know, if we slow it down, it'll last longer.
Right.
You know, we're
Yeah,
very
that was
popular.
Andy's
We don't
point,
have
too.
to, you know, we're too popular.
Right.
Yeah. We're being
Think
loved
so?
to death. As
We are.
Linda said in the Chronicle.
And we
piece.
don't know enough to say to people, you know, we'd like to make this last as long as we can.
Right. How do you do that, though?
Well, I think this is a good move. I think
Yeah.
through zoning, through making everybody understand that growth involves a lot of expense. You make money, but you also spend money because you have infrastructure problems.
Right.
We wouldn't be having trouble with the harbor right now if we didn't have so many houses around the harbor.
Right.
Human impact is the thing, and it's
Right.
doesn't come free.
Now, what about the tourism end of it? Because that's kind of a different factor. I mean, are we being loved to death by tourists too?
Well, tourism is what we do.
Right.
You know, I think we can accommodate people. We're
Can we
accommodating-
accommodate more people?
Well, if
Growth
they don't
in
bring their
tourism?
cars, I think we can accommodate plenty
Right.
of people.
Look
If
at
they all walk.
Just speaking of this, I've been watching this in the back. The amount of traffic down here
Right.
today is unbelievable.
It is.
This
Yeah.
is April, man. Even
Yeah.
before
I know.
Yeah, I went around the
death.
block 4 times to find a place.
Unbelievable.
Well, that changes when the bus starts running.
Right.
All of a sudden, there are lots of spaces open.
Lots of spaces
I
open.
think
More
you're going to
spaces.
see this summer is going to be big
Yeah,
turning point for
But open.
traffic.
No, I'm serious. There's so many people that work in offices
Right.
in town that it's much more convenient for them to take the bus.
Right.
They park here. Suddenly, they aren't here.
Right.
When the bus gets running for a little while, you can actually park, and then
Now,
you start riding your bike.
What about the Mort Schlesinger approach of like parking medallions for town, pedestrian
Well, other
mall,
places do it. I think we
kinda
need
things?
to try everything because
Right.
obviously, you know, I think that if you look at it, the density of cars in the core probably hasn't changed in 30 years. It's maxed. It takes, you know,
Right.
it passes as many cars through as possible. But the problem is the density starts way out.
Right.
You know, it used to start sort of, you know, at Zero Main, and
Right.
now it starts out by Marine Home Center
Yes.
or something. So it's
Yes.
just sort of spread, and we need to manage that.
Right. Okay. Well, good luck next
Thank you,
time. I voted for you early and often this year, but obviously
You
it
should have
wasn't.
voted 6 more times.
I
and then
know. Next time.
You know, the only 2 candidates that were on my show won, by the way.
Why didn't I find you?
Next
That's all
time.
we like to hear. Next time.
Next
buddy.
time.
Well, I learned some lessons.
Did ya?
Oh yeah.
You have
Well-
to campaign now. You can't just do it.
You're,
You have
yeah,
to be there.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have to spend some
Yeah,
money.
you didn't spend a lot of money. I
No, but I did well not having spent a lot of money. So, you know.
That's very impressive.
I didn't think that those figures that were published in the paper were. I
They
thought
might not be
there
the,
were some.
the complete figure.
There were some figures that were a little low. I felt.
Well, I didn't spend a lot of money.
Right. No, I wasn't talking about your figure per se. I was thinking about a couple of other figures. But anyway.
Well, they have to, you know, they can't get around that.
Right.
There's a requirement to report. So
Right.
the word will.
right.
whoever
Word
that
will
might
get
be,
out.
whoever
did
you're
you,
talking
Did
about.
you get your taxes in on time? Did
I've
you
got
file
my
an
extension forms right here.
Extension.
And I'm going to
Uh-huh.
go dig up the money for that. And,
Right.
I have an excuse, I
Right.
think.
Now,
Pathological volunteerism.
now, Becky, can we talk about Becky for a second too? She's
Well, you
leaving
can talk
her
about
job.
Becca. I wouldn't talk about
Becca.
Becky.
Okay, well, I've always called her Becky because
Wow.
I'm wrong. But Rebecca Lohman, the outgoing town clerk,
Yeah.
and close personal friend of yours,
Mhm.
she's going off to study
Law school.
off island, right? In Boston,
Most likely Maine.
Maine.
Portland, Maine.
So have you got your commuter book yet, or
Guess
what's?
I have to go book on the fast boat, huh?
Is that going to be tough?
No. It's
No,
going to be good.
It's all right.
Is she going to come back here and be a lawyer?
Well, I don't know.
It could
But
happen.
she'll certainly be coming back here. I mean, this is her
Right,
home. so-
right.
Yeah.
No, I was curious about how this is going to affect your life. You're going to be spending a lot more time off island.
I
or-
might get to travel more. You know?
Yeah. To Maine. That's a big
great
deal
place.
for us here, you know.
Well, everybody is moving to Maine. So.
They are, aren't they? Now, we were talking about with David Place about people who are renting their houses out for the summer and going away. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's
What do
like
you think
people
about
renting
that?
their houses out in the mountains and going away in
Right.
the wintertime, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, that's sort of been a thing. People have done that for years.
Yeah.
Is that
You know,
something
they
you
go
think
off
about?
for the summer, come back in September?
Right.
Am I thinking about that?
Would you think about that?
Well, I guess I would.
Or do you like it here in the summer?
I don't. I like to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? But
Where else can you do that like this?
But is it possible for a working schlep on Nantucket to go to the beach in the summer?
I
Are they
think.
too busy with their
if
3
we
jobs?
follow Andy Lowell's prescription,
Right.
people should take a little time to go to the beach.
Right.
You know, why else would you want to live here? You could make this money and live, in the city. So
He's got a point there.
you know, they should slow down and go to the beach.
Right. I'll buy that.
And
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
reminds me of Mulberry Street in Manhattan.
No, you don't like it, Yoshi. You don't want it turned up.
There's a law. They're going to pass a law or try it to, right?
Or did that go through town
Sound
meeting?
ordinance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how.
Another sound ordinance? You
Yes.
mean like the old motorcycle sound ordinance?
It's
Yeah,
all
but this
for
is
that.
for the
For that car?
pump stuff. Yeah.
for that
low end.
boom boom stuff.
So it wasn't the Air Force doing stuff the other day.
No,
I
I think
get
it
it.
was that kid right there, listening to the latest, whatever.
He turned it down when he saw our camera.
I know.
Dude.
What do you think, though? Can we impinge on people's right to listen to bad music as loud as they want in their
I'm
car?
sure there's something in the decibel level that'll allow us to, it has to be pegged to some reality.
Right.
Yeah.
It can't just be annoying. Therefore, we don't
At
want
what
it
point is it
anymore.
annoying? We know when it's wrong. Now we need to get a bylaw to make sure that it.
Right on. Another citizen legislator speaks. Okay, Peter. Good
Thank you.
luck. Have
See
fun
you.
at work, and don't forget to get that in the mail by.
That's right, isn't it?
Right.
You want to try talking to Yoshi?
He's gone.
Yoshi, you want to tell us about Tapas? Not yet? I'll talk to Terry. See you, buddy. Okay. All right.
Is that enough?
It's been a great week.
It has been a really good week. Daffodil, I run a guest house, as you know, Gino.
Yeah.
And Daffodil weekend is
Are you
the
booked?
weekend after next. I'm booked for Daffodil.
Yeah.
But I'm painting the house.
Yeah.
It's just, deadlines.
Deadlines, everybody's on them.
But I always love this time of year. Because you're driving around, people are out getting their window boxes together, sweeping, raking, painting, getting the place looking nice, right?
Yep.
Here on Disney Island.
Yeah, the spring is in the air and you can feel it. I mean, there's a definite buzz going on right
Yeah, the smell of money is in the air, isn't it?
now. Well,
Huh?
I'm looking forward to a very creative year. I
Right.
don't know, if we make some money, that'd be great. Keep things going, but
I think we'll keep it going.
I
Do you smell steak?
Yeah, I do.
There's somebody's barbecuing right nearby us, right here downtown on Federal Street, and we're gonna go find out